What's up, everybody? This is the Quarter Guy, and, well, I'm sorry for last week not having an unscripted. That's to say, things were happening. But now that that's out of the way, let's talk a little bit about Crash Bandicoot and video game reviewers. So, fairly recently, the Crash N.Sane trilogy was finally released on PS4 to fan and critic acclaim. At least the critic part, at least for the most part of the critical acclaim. And yeah, while I did miss out on the original Crash trilogy in the PlayStation days, I guess I could say I really missed out because I'm having fun with it. And a lot of fans of Crash Bandicoot, as well as a lot of critics, are enjoying it as well. But one critic did something that is kind of grinding my gears, so to speak. Whether taken in context or out, it's actually kind of cringeworthy. Here's the thing. I won't out just who it was, but one reviewer said they were having issues with the controls of the game, and because of the controls, they said this: Crash Bandicoot has become Dark Souls. Okay, this is the part that bugs me. When somebody compares something challenging to Dark Souls because Dark Souls has a reputation for being hard. The Crash Bandicoot games were released in the PS1 era. This was still the time when challenging games were considered to be a good thing. And here's the thing. Challenge is a good thing, as long as it's not unfair. And to compare a 3D platforming game like Crash Bandicoot to a game like Dark Souls just doesn't seem fair. I mean, what would happen if someone like that played a Mega Man game? Especially one of the NES era Mega Man games. I mean, if they were to be remade from the ground up, and someone were to play them and think they were hard, and compare that to Dark Souls because it was hard? No, you don't do that. Okay, also, Donkey Kong Country. Is Donkey Kong Country too hard for reviewers? Are they gonna compare that to Dark Souls 2? Are they? Really? The point is, challenge, if done well, can only be a good thing. Remember that. In other news, the Arcana Heart 3 Love Max 6 Stars Kickstarter for the PC port launched on the 5th, and already it's hit its first stretch goal of $100,000. So, we are getting 6 stars on Steam. So, hooray for that! Meanwhile, I'm working on my top 10 favorite fire levels. I've got a couple of things left to script for that. So, look forward to that later this month. I've also got my the last episode of League of Legends that I have on the back burner currently. Hopefully I'll follow that up with new episodes at some point. I haven't been playing League as much as I used to lately, so that's part of the reason. So I apologize for that. Anyway, for my question of the week, what is your favorite fire level? As always, send me your questions via YouTube. As always, send me your answers in the comments. I'll pick my favorites and feature them in the next episode. Here are our last episode's winners. And with that, time for the fourth wall mailbag. As always, send me your questions through YouTube comments, and I'll answer my favorites in the next episode. First question this week comes from Sloth the Chaos 666, who asks, what do you think of the death battle between Metal Sonic and Zero? It was actually not too bad, not gonna lie. There were a couple jarring points with the transitions between the 2D and 3D, but overall, it wasn't too bad. I'm happy with the fact that Zero won, and can't argue the logic. I haven't been paying much attention to Death Battle lately, but this wasn't one I was gonna miss. Especially since it was essentially a sequel to Wily vs. Eggman. Though, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really interested in the next episode of Death Battle. Next question comes from Supersonic93, who asks, how do you feel about Black Panther being the second DLC character along with Sigma in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? Okay, I'm not too bothered by the visual quality, even though they need to clean that up seriously. But something like this is what's bugging me. I mean, Sigma is one of the main villains of Infinite, and yet he's the first character revealed to be DLC, even though Ultron, the other of the main villains, is in the base roster. Meanwhile, Black Panther was unveiled in the most recent story trailer, and now he's DLC. If your character is in the main story, they should be a part of the base roster. This isn't Killer Instinct, Capcom. Seriously. Next question comes from Mew Fangirl, who asks, who among your fellow YouTubers are your favorites to watch in your free time? I actually watch a lot of them, but I'd say my favorites are Rabbit Luigi and Maverick Hunter 075. I also like watching Scotty Son of Sparta and Digital Tie among the less popular ones. Next question comes from Tykeman128, who asks, what are your thoughts on Mega Man Legacy Collection 2? Well, it's nice that we're getting those 4 games on a collection, 7, 8, 9, and 10, but it'd also be nice if we got Mega Man and Bass. Yeah, I know, Mega Man and Bass isn't exactly the best classic Mega Man game, far from it, but at least for completion's sake. And as long as it were the Super Famicom version original. I mean, the Game Boy Advance version had that terrible screen crunch. Ugh. Also, why no Nintendo ports? I mean, the first Legacy Collection was on the 3DS, and thing is, Mega Man made his name on Nintendo platforms, so why? Oh well, maybe Capcom's gonna make a Mega Man Legacy Collection complete for the Switch, but I'm not holding my breath. It's like when they start making a new Marvel vs. Capcom game, they start making dumb decisions. Like not localizing Monster Hunter Double Cross Switch version. Last question this week comes from Lunatic Overlord, who asks, have you told Rabbit Luigi that he's technically in the next Mario crossover game yet? Dude, he already knows.